This week there were two really stunning developments in that we got a peek behind the curtain of the special counsel's investigation. And the first thing we learned was that they had a draft plea agreement with a Roger Stone ally, basically saying, we believe this person was sharing information about WikiLeaks with Roger Stone because he knew that Roger Stone was in regular contact with the Trump campaign and with candidate Trump. In this key moment when, as you all know, Donald Trump has said, I didn't know anything about WikiLeaks release. The second thing we learned was in the guilty plea that was entered, a new guilty plea entered by Michael Cohen, the president's former lawyer and basically his fixer of dirty problems. That guilty plea identifies Donald Trump as individual one. Basically another hint that the president is at the nexus of what Mueller is investigating. In that filing, it basically said that Donald Trump was aware that Michael Cohen was pursuing this Trump Tower in Moscow much longer into the presidential campaign than we've previously known. Michael Cohen is admitting that he lied when he told Congress, hey, this project died, this big project in Russia died in January 2016. Actually, now he says, I was pursuing it until June 2016 and I was updating candidate Trump during that time. Candidate and President Trump's story about the project in Moscow has been fairly terse, but it's also slightly changed over time. In July 2016, he tweeted, I have zero investments in Russia, which technically appears to be true.
I mean, I have nothing to do with Russia. I don't have any jobs in Russia. I'm all over the world, but we're not involved in Russia.
And then in January 2017, he emphasized it again by saying, look, I got nothing going on in Russia. We stayed away.
I have no deals that could happen in Russia because we've stayed away.
That's not entirely true. And what people have said to me, what prosecutors have said is, look, it's not a lie, but it is misleading. You know, a prosecutor that I interviewed said to me that he doesn't see an automatic crime, but he sees a story that Robert Mueller is building. And that story is one in which, at the same time candidate Trump is trying to win the nomination, he's also pursuing a business deal. And Russia is willing to help him on the business deal and seems to be interested. And Russia seems to be interested, although we don't know how much Trump knew about it at the time, in helping Trump's campaign. Is this going to create a candidate who's beholden to Putin rather than putting America first? There are other pieces of evidence that Robert Mueller has that will help us answer the question, did Donald Trump know about this deal longer than he has said? Did he actually lie to us or to others? And the other key pieces of evidence that Mueller presumably has is, what did President Trump tell other people about his knowledge of WikiLeaks in August of 2016 when Roger Stone was getting this early word, this early alert that WikiLeaks was about to dump some damaging emails about Hillary?